Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your prediction for August. Can't believe I'm saying that. August 2026. It is a general collective reading, so as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. And also in the pinned comment section, you'll find a link on where you can join us over on Patreon for some additional bonus content. With all of that said, now let's begin. Tapping into the Cancer collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Cancer need to know for August 2026? What do they need to know for the month of August? Let's get one more shuffle here for you. Thank you. In the heart of your spread, we have Judgment. In the top row, we have the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Pentacles, and we have the Seven of Swords. Flanking the Judgment card is the Page of Wands and the King of Pentacles. And in the bottom row, we have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Wands, and we have the High Priestess. Sneak peek now into September. Five of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Ace of Swords, and that leaves the Tower here at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Let's clarify these cards for you. We're using the After Tarot deck. If you're not familiar with this deck, the images are slightly different. It does alter or change the meaning of the cards, and we'll go through them as necessary in your reading today. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements for August 2026. We are clarifying Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Page of Wands, Judgment, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and the High Priestess. Let's get one more shuffle here for you. Thank you. The Nine of Pentacles is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Devil. The Seven of Swords is clarified by the Eight of Wands. The Page of Wands is clarified by the Four of Pentacles. Judgment is clarified by the Ten of Wands. The King of Pentacles is clarified by the Seven of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles is clarified by Justice. The Ace of Wands is clarified by the Five of Swords. And the High Priestess is clarified by the Three of Swords. Sneak peek now into September. Two of Wands, the Tower, and the Four of Swords. And that leaves the Nine of Pentacles, your first card here, at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Your overall energy for the month of August 2026 is Judgment to the Ten of Wands. Now, the Ten of Wands in the After Tarot deck is a bit different. The individual has dropped 9 wands, and they are holding the Ace of Wands, which is also here in your spread. So you seem here to be making a judgment call, or let me backtrack that a second. There's a portion here of the month of August where you're going back and forth about whether or not you want to pursue the Ace of Wands, a creative endeavor, a relationship, a passion project, a new job. It could be something around house and home, like, again, some type of like a renovation or remodeling project. Take it how it resonates to you, because at the time of this reading, you already know what this is because you've sort of been procrastinating on it, or at least that's the energy feedback that I'm receiving here. So there's this back and forth energy here of, do I want to move towards the Ace of Wands? And then at some point in time in the month of August, you make the judgment call to do just that. In the top row, we have Nine of Pentacles to Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles to the Devil, and the Seven of Swords to the Eight of Wands. I'm not quite sure what was holding you back, but you seem to be releasing it. So the Nine of Pentacles, this has something to do with house and home, structure, family, stability. Okay, it could be career and finance. Whatever this has been for you, I feel like you've been in Pentacle energy here. And Pentacle energy is the slowest. So suddenly we're going from this very slow crawl with this to making the judgment call and going right into the Wands. So we're going from slow to fast. We're going from holding ourselves back, Seven of Swords, to Eight of Wands, propelling you forward. I feel like you're getting out of this place of complacency or feeling stuck or feeling stagnant. And it appears here that it's taken you a long time to get to this point. However, by the time you get to the end of the month, you seem to be very satisfied here with yourself that you finally made the decision to get up and do whatever this Ace of Wands is, or to pursue whatever this Ace of Wands here is for you. So let's clarify this a bit more. Clarify the Judgment card here. I also notice how your cards are shuffling. They're very jumpy. They're very hoppy, very hoppy in my hands. So I feel like August is the month where you're getting up and you're literally moving forward on this. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Judgment is clarified by the Knight of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, moving on from being stuck and stagnant. Ten of Swords, bottom of the deck, Justice. That was I had that feeling when I saw the Three of Swords, because in the After Tarot deck, the Three of Swords is healed. So there was something here that's been holding you back. Whatever that Ten of Swords has been to you. Heartache, loss, not feeling good enough. It could be for some of you some type of ending has occurred here, or a particular chapter in your life has come to a close. So I feel like whatever occurred here in the Ten of Swords is what kept you stuck and stagnant in this place of like maybe complacency, or not quite sure what you want to do next, because I feel like you were, this feels like very processy to me. Four of Pentacles to the Ten of Swords, like processing an ending, or processing a radical shift or change, or like I said, maybe even a disappointment, loss, or heartache. But you're coming out of your shell in the month of August. Tell me about that Ten of Wands, which is actually the Ace of Wands in this deck. And even though the individual in the card is holding the Ace of Wands, we can see that they're quite tired. So there's a feeling here of, I really want to move on to the next, but boy, am I really exhausted from what I've just gone through. Because the Nine Wands is the wounded warrior, and we have 9 wands on the ground. So it's almost like that was a really difficult chapter, but it's time that I now move forward from it. But you're exhausted. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Ten of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have, there's that Nine of Wands that you're dropping. So take the message how it resonates to you. This is either you deciding, I can't keep doing this. This Ten of Swords event has already occurred in the past. There's nothing I can do about it. And languishing in it is not helping me propel my life forward. There are things, particularly one thing here, that I am desiring to do or to move forward on. And I don't want to be stuck in complacency, or be stuck in like a procrastination station, because that's kind of how I see the Seven of Pentacles. So this is either you being very clear-minded and saying, I'm going to move on from this and move towards the new. Or others of you very well could have an air sign here, or someone who's just being very honest and direct with you and basically saying, listen, I know that this was a difficult time in your life, or a difficult chapter, or a difficult ending, but it's time to get back to living. It's time to pursue your dreams. It's time to move forward with this project. So for some of you, this is coming from inside the house, like your higher self is saying, okay, come on, Cancer, time to get up, right? And for others of you, this is an individual who's already in your life, who's providing you with encouragement. Whether it's internal or external, I see you finally picking yourself up by the bootstraps and moving forward with the Ace of Wands. I'm not going to clarify Nine of Pentacles to Queen of Pentacles. I feel like that's a very redundant message here, and I don't want to waste your time. I would like to see the Seven of Pentacles to the Devil, because the Seven of Pentacles here, it kind of is the juice worth the squeeze. It kind of is procrastination station, especially with the energies I'm picking up. And in the After Tarot deck, the Devil, the individual, is unshackled or unchained, where typically we see them shackled or chained to like the podium, or the podium that the devil presides over. So I feel like you're breaking free out of stagnation or procrastination. Tell me about that Seven of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Seven of Pentacles is clear. There's that Eight of Wands. It's the next card. The King of Cups, that's you, whether you're masculine or feminine, in your highest vibration. And Temperance, bottom of the deck, the Two of Swords. So I don't think you quite yet see this coming, that there is a moment here in the month of August that either through conversation with this individual, or just an internal conversation you're having with yourself, you're realizing, I can't sit in this anymore, that Ten of Swords, or I just can't sit back and not pursue this Ace of Wands. I feel you are freeing yourself from procrastination. And this could be like, I really want to get out there into the community and, you know, maybe join a community group or meet new friends, but you've been procrastinating on it. Maybe the last time you interacted with a person or people, it broke your heart. It left you feeling devastated or used. And although you want to connect with like-minded individuals, you've been holding yourself back from doing that. And again, either an internal conversation or an external conversation you're having with another, could even be a tarot reading that you're watching, suddenly says, you know what? It's time for me to be bold and brave, get out of procrastination station and do what I want to do, which is connecting with individuals on like a fun project or finding people to go out and like go to concerts with and be able to enjoy life again. So it could be something like that for some of you. Or maybe you relocated to a new community and you very much desire to meet your neighbors and meet, you know, the new people. You've also been holding yourself back. And in that respect, I think August is the month you actually decide to do it. We don't have the Four of Wands on the table yet, but we still have more to clarify. It could be relocation for some of you. And again, maybe you've just been sort of sitting on your hands on it. It's a dream or idea you have, but you haven't been pursuing it because of other emotions that you have been processing. Again, remember, I had said that felt very processy to me. So clarify the Devil. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Devil is clarified by Judgment. Well, there was your card right there. So whether you're having a conversation with someone else or not, like whether it's external or internal, you're making the judgment call. We have two judgment cards here from two different decks. You're deciding it's time for me to get up and do this, whatever this is. And look, it could be organizing your linen closet. I don't know. I know you've been putting it off, and this is the month you decide, I'm not going to do that anymore. The Hanged Man and the After Tarot deck were done being in suspense mode. Two of Cups. So for some of you, it could be single and getting out there and meeting a romantic partner. It certainly could be for those of you who are partnered, but the relationship has grown maybe stuck or stagnant. This could be you coming up with some new creative ideas on how to bring the spice or spark back into the relationship. And it very well could be getting out into the community, whether you have recently relocated to it or not, but deciding I want to get out there and I want to meet some like-minded soulmates. Seven of Swords to the Eight of Wands, I feel like would be redundant and a waste of your time, because I just see you breaking free of a self-sabotaging behavior or pattern where you've been holding yourself back from pursuing the Eight of Wands. Page of Wands to the Four of Pentacles. This was the Four of Pentacles that you were holding on to here. In the After Tarot deck, the Four of Pentacles is met with scorpionic energy. Here we've got the Grim Reaper, like from the Death card. So I feel like, again, you're putting an end to procrastination station. And Page of Wands, you're starting to become interested in pursuing that Ace of Wands. I would like to see what the King of Pentacles to the Seven of Wands is, because the Seven of Wands in the After Tarot deck is very different. These are individuals where, or I should say it's the energy of an individual where they have drawn a line in the sand. They have a hard boundary, whether they're just, you know, having that boundary with themselves in an effort to hold themselves accountable, or they're drawing a line in the sand with other people in order to hold other people accountable, like to protect their peace. But in the After Tarot deck, the line in the sand, if you will, has been breached. So I'm curious to see what is occurring here once you make this decision. King of Pentacles. Clarify the King of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. King of Pentacles is clarified by King of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the Six of Wands. So you have the Six of Wands card here. You have the Four of Swords. And even though this is the Three of Swords, it is healed. So I often see it as the Four of Swords in this deck. So there is something here about you deciding, I'm now going to pour real pentacle resources, time, love, money, commitment, talent, whatever it is, into this Ace of Wands. And you're taking action to do that. I don't think everyone is pleased, though, that you're doing this. Clarify that Seven of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Seven of Wands is clarified. There's that Seven of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups, who have an entirely new energy now on the table. And we have the Lovers. Bottom of the deck, you have the Three of Wands. So there's someone here within your energy. You are familiar with this person. It's not someone new. If you're watching this and you're like, but Jen, I have no lover, I have no partner, I have no friends, I have no family, I have no co-workers, I have no neighbors, I have absolutely no one in my life, then this portion of the reading just isn't for you. But this is for those of you where you have at least one person in your life this person was part of the reason why you were stuck back here. Seven of Pentacles to the Seven of Pentacles. This could be an ex who really doesn't want to see you move on. This could be the ex-friend who doesn't want to see you move on. It could be a family member that you have disengaged from because of that Ten of Swords, and they certainly don't want to see you connect with other family members. It could be for some of you, your spouse or your partner, where I don't really know the dynamic of your relationship, but I have King to the Queen of Pentacles. So it could be just a very solid, steady, sturdy, basic, if you will, type of relationship, even if it is a marriage. And there's no fun or creativity here. And suddenly now you're either wanting to introduce, Ace of Wands, some new exciting ideas and weekend getaways and adventures, and this person is opposed to that. Or you want to get out of the house more and they don't, and so you're deciding to connect with people in the community to make some friends or to meet some like-minded people, and they don't like that. Either way, there's the energy here of someone who does not like the choice that you're making. And so there is a little pushback from this individual. Okay, I just got this other message. This will probably be for one of you watching, so don't immediately click off of the video if it's not your message. It's possible for some of you, you had a significant other, whether they're a spouse or not, pass away. And you are now this month deciding to get out there and explore dating again. Maybe you're being encouraged by a friend. Maybe it's just a calling you feel from within that you don't want to spend the rest of your life alone. You can honor the loss of that other relationship by also opening yourself up to a new relationship. This could be family on your side or the person who passed away, like their family. It could be children. It certainly could be your parents. So if something like that has occurred where you had a spouse or significant other pass, this could be the month. And maybe at the time watching this reading, you're like, no, Jen, I'm not ready. But, you know, it could 2 or 3 weeks from now, you might be like, you know what? I'm kind of ready. I'd like to see what else is out there. I would like to meet another soulmate. I would like to meet someone compatible. It's possible you might get some pushback from, like I said, the person who passed, their family side or your family side. There's definitely someone here who's not liking that you're moving forward. And look, maybe this is you and your person broke up. Maybe they didn't pass. Maybe they broke up. And you feel inclined now to get back out there. And you could have someone within your inner circle go, don't you think it's too soon? I want to get more on this. There's a feeling of here, like, I don't think you should do that. Or I don't want to do that with you. Or I don't think it's a good idea you do that. Like, I think it's too soon. That's the feeling that I'm getting here. Let me clarify this a little bit more. Clarify that Queen of Pentacles, since that appeared here twice in your energy. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Queen of Pentacles is clarified by the Eight of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Two of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Six of Cups. So you are the Queen of Pentacles energy, whether you're masculine or feminine. So you have someone here who's opposed to you moving forward. And again, for all the reasons that I stated before, one of them is the reason why, because it's a general collective reading, one of them is the reason why this person doesn't want you to move forward. Like I said, an ex, ex's family, your family, children. Tell me about justice, because I see you here saying, no, this is the right thing for me to do. I want to move forward with the Ace of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. Justice is clarified. There's that Nine of Pentacles. I knew it. You are the Queen and the Nine of Pentacles in this reading. I know you're a water sign, but this is how you're showing up. Very grounded, very stable, very steady, very much knowing your worth, very much knowing what it is that you want in your life. That's why you're pursuing this. You're not being erratic. You're not being emotional. You know, sometimes water signs are accused, and I know this, I'm a Scorpio moon. You're too sensitive. You're too emotional. That's not what you're being with this particular decision. You're like, this is the right, just, fair thing for me to do for myself, for me moving forward. Nine of Pentacles, there's that King of Pentacles. And the Knight of Swords. And in the After Tarot deck, the Knight of Swords, they're slaying, they're fighting. So I would expect pushback from one person because you're deciding to get out of procrastination station which they kind of enjoyed you being in, and you're deciding now to move forward towards the Ace of Wands. Tell me about the Ace of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. Ace of Wands is clarified by the Emperor, the Two of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Cups. You are pursuing your happiness, whatever that means to you. Because again, that Ace of Wands is going to be different. It could be as simple as moving around some furniture and redecorating the house, okay? It could be going out there and wanting to learn something new or taking courses. It's creative, I'll tell you that much. It's creative, it's passionate, it's planting the seed for a new beginning. And it's one that you've sat on for a while, but now you're deciding to move forward with. Five of Swords. Now, in the After Tarot deck, the Five of Swords, there isn't any fighting. So I feel like for you, look, there's no argument. This is what I want to do. I'm rearranging the house. Look, there's no argument. I'm putting the house up for sale. I mean, it could be something like that. Maybe you have an ex's family who doesn't want you to sell the house. You want to do this and you have no reservations within you that you want to do it. One more shuffle. Thank you. Five of Swords is clarified by Eight of Cups, Strength, and the Queen of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the Hermit. I think your feeling here is, I've sat on this long. I've waited long enough to do this. I don't want to wait anymore. Again, whatever it is. I don't want to wait. I don't want to hold off on this anymore. I procrastinated long enough. I've processed everything long enough. Regardless of why you haven't moved forward, August is a month where you decide to move forward. High Priestess to the Three of Swords. You're like, I'm ready. I feel healed and ready, and I feel called to pursue that Ace of Wands. I'm not going to clarify this. It would be redundant. I do want to clarify, what is the issue with this person? Why don't they want you moving forward? Why don't they want Cancer to move forward towards the Ace of Wands? One more shuffle. Thank you. Why don't they want you to move forward? Knight of Pentacles. This person might be an earth sign. Three of Swords and the Empress. Bottom of the deck, Four of Cups. This person feels like you need to take your time. You're rushing. You're rushing to do the Ace of Wands. You're rushing to fix up the house, sell the house. You're rushing to get a new job or just a job. You're rushing to learn something new. You're rushing to launch a business. This person feels like you're rushing. You're rushing to get into a new relationship. They feel like you're rushing. They feel like you're not ready. I'm not telling you that you're not ready. They're energetically saying you're not ready. You're not as healed or as ready as you think you are to start on the new, to create the new, to nurture the new. And you're like, no, I'm very clear-minded. I'm absolutely ready to do this. Tell me more about this person's energy. One more shuffle. Thank you. Four of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. Look at that, stagnancy. Three of Wands, bottom of the deck. Again, Knight of Pentacles. They want you to go a lot slower with moving forward. This person thinks you're making a mistake to pursue the Ace of Wands in the month of August. September, this continues to play out with this person. Five of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Ace of Swords, Two of Wands, the Tower, and the Four of Swords. I see you pursuing the Ace of Wands. Again, whatever that is for you. Tell me more about this energy here in September. One more shuffle. Thank you. Chariot. I told you, you're going to move forward with it. Seven of Wands, out of procrastination station, despite this person's interference or objection. Ten of Wands, bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. And even in your deck, in the Ten of Wands, the person is leaving behind a row of Nine Wands and only holding the Ace of Wands. And look how much happier you are now that you're actually like in it. You're actually like pursuing it. Because look at this Ten of Wands. This Ten of Wands is, oh my God, I'm so exhausted after what I've gone through. And this Ten of Wands is, yep, I'm still wounded, but man, am I really happy that I decided to get up and move. I decided to get up and move and pursue this Wheel of Fortune. You're feeling fortunate. You're feeling lucky. You're feeling happy that you did this, despite the reservations possibly block from this person. Tell me more about this here, please. One more shuffle here. Thank you. September. Further clarification. 7 of Swords, 10 of Swords, and the Sun. Bottom of the deck, the Hermit shows itself again. So, 7 of Swords, procrastination station. Not doing that anymore. You're going to continue to move forward. Procrastination station is done. Like once you get the ball rolling on this Ace of Wands, there's no stopping you come September. Doesn't matter what this person or these people say. You're full steam ahead, and you are loving the fact that you went within, that you were your own consultant, if you will, and you decided to move forward with this. Anything else from this person? Because I see the pushback, telling you you're not ready, you need to go slower. Anything else Cancer needs to know about this person? One more shuffle. Thank you. And when I do this spread, the cards are usually very neat on the table. I try to keep them as neat as I can. Notice how this got very messy. So I feel like, and I was like digging for cards. I take everything I do in a reading as a sign. This might get a little messy with this person. I also feel like this person is like digging, like looking for any reason or excuse to try to get you to stay stuck. Anything else you need to know about this person? The Moon, the Star, and the Tower. Bottom of the deck, the Strength card. All 4 major arcana cards. You deciding to get up and pursue this was not something this person saw coming. They thought that you would sit back and wait just a little bit more. They didn't realize that you would move towards this, and that once you move towards it, you would just keep moving towards it. It's like a car going downhill without brakes, but in a good way, in a good way. They didn't see that coming. Anything else? One more shuffle. Thank you. High Priestess, Ace of Swords. Interesting, we had the Ace of Swords here as well. And the Hierophant. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles shows themselves again. This person must be an earth sign. Or they just, that's their response here. As you start to pursue this, and you start to feel really good again, and really good in your skin, and really proud of yourself that you pulled yourself up by the bootstraps out of whatever pain or difficulty you've been going through, out of procrastination station, and you actually decide to move forward, there is a conversation here between you and this individual in September. They're keeping it very logistics. You know, they're asking you maybe how you're doing or what the progress is like. There's no real show of emotion. This person is not going to tell you that they're proud of you, or that they're going to keep to themselves. Are they proud of you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are proud. They are proud that you have moved on, or you're moving forward with your life. You're getting out there and you're meeting people and you're pursuing your own creative endeavors, but that they're not going to tell you. There's conversation. This person's not out of your life forever. I get the feeling here it's family. I don't think this is your partner, although it could be an ex or a soon-to-be ex. Only take that if you know that for sure. But there is a conversation here. But again, they're keeping it very earth energy, very logistical in nature with that Knight of Pentacles. This seems to be more of an inquiry of like, how are you doing? But are they going to tell you that they're really proud of you and you did the right thing? Unfortunately not. Do they feel that? Yes. Let's get you some advice, and we'll close it out with oracle cards and some kippers. Okay, I just got another message. This has nothing to do with the cards on the table. Some of you are going to a reunion, or event. Now this could be like, this would be a harmonious event. So I'm not talking about like going to a wake or a funeral or anything sad. This seems to be pleasant in nature. So, and some of you know about it now, some of you don't. So there's an invitation in the month of August. There's either like, it could be like a school reunion, a job reunion, and that school could be anything. It could be elementary, high school, college, university, you name it. It could be like a barbecue, a wedding. Again, it's a fun, harmonious event. If you receive any type of invitation like that in the month of August, you may want to go to it. I would, the energy I get here is you should go to it. You should go to it. Why is that? Sorry. Why should they go to the event if they are invited to? If someone invites you to go out, even if it's friends, like, hey, you want to go to movies Friday night? There's something like, yes, go. Why is that? Or again, no one likes going to school reunions, but go. Why is that? One more shuffle. Thank you. Why is that? The Magician, the Knight of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups. Well, one, there's communication here between you and another individual. You get to reconnect or deepen a connection with someone by going. So it could be like cousins you haven't seen in a while, or maybe siblings. It could be friends you don't connect with regularly. It certainly could be someone from your past, like if it's a school reunion. But you seem to be very pleased and very happy here with the connection that you're making with this person or these people. So go, go, go is what I was getting there. Anything else on that? We have the Star. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Star, the World card, and the Page of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Hermit again. I would get out of your comfort zone and I would go. Again, this is not like a job interview. This is something pleasant. This is, I'm getting a very like, I don't know, like a community vibe, or there's some type of event. And it could even be like a community event in your town. I would go. I think you connect with a person or people that you haven't seen in a while. And this seems to be like, I don't know, it's like the reconnection here. These people now come into your next chapter with you. And if it's not past people, it's like you're meeting new people here. But they are part of your next chapter. So if you are invited to anything in the month of August, I would go. Whether you're connecting with new people or reconnecting with past people, this seems to be very positive for you for the next chapter. Particularly whatever wish fulfillment you have here. It's like this person or these people will be instrumental in helping you make it a reality. Three cards of advice here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice. Three of Swords. That heartbreak that you're recovering from. Strength. And the Devil. Bottom of the deck, the Emperor. Very interesting, because the Devil was something that you were disconnecting yourself from. There's something here about healing is not linear. And you can heal from disappointment or loss or heartbreak. But at the same time, you don't have to allow it to keep you stuck. Because when you do that, you are falling into this toxic energy here. We can't change the Three of Swords. We can't change the Ten of Swords. We can learn from it, the Hermit energy. We can use it to fuel our lives, to move forward onto a new path, to pursue our dreams. And yes, it takes courage and it takes strength to do that. But the alternative is staying stuck and never seeing this dream of yours or this goal of yours materialize. And so in the face of hardship, your advice here in the month of August is to stand strong like the Emperor of your life and to move forward, Knight of Wands, valiantly move forward towards this Ace of Wands, whatever this creative endeavor, project, relationship is, and to not allow the heartache of the past to keep you stuck and complacent in a cycle of unhappiness. Let's get you some oracle cards and we'll close it out with some kippers. If you are a single Cancer and you are ready for love, going to that event, you end up meeting, I can't even just call them a soulmate. This would be an incredibly strong soulmate for you. I don't know why I'm picking that up. That's what I'm picking up. It starts off very small, light communication, flirty communication, and then it flourishes. So if you're single and you're invited anywhere, I would go, because I do think that you meet your next person. And I think it starts slow, and I think that's okay. Because if you're starting over again, slow is a good place to be. Let's get you three cards here. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have dreams, vision, flow. Bottom of the deck, freedom. Go for that Ace of Wands, whatever that is for you. Dreams. Keep pursuing your innermost dreams and ideals. Don't allow anyone to hold you back or any past event to hold you back. Vision, very much like the Three of Wands in this deck. Look to the future with foresight. Make wise choices and be expansive. And again, get out of your comfort zone. It's okay. Flow. Move freely like water. Stay flexible and embrace the newness, new keyword, in every moment. In the bottom of the deck, you have freedom. Release your shackles. Devil, and pursue your personal freedom. And then you have the leap card here, like taking a leap of faith. And right behind that, you have move forward. So it is time for you to move forward. Let's close it out now with some kippers. Can we get 2 kippers, please, for that top row? High honor on the side. False person in the reverse. I'm going to take it the way it came out. Toil and labor. That Ace of Wands is something you've been wanting to work on. You've been wanting to pour some real, again, pentacle resource into it, and you haven't. And I think the feeling here in August is you're starting to look at yourself like, I don't want to be that person anymore. I don't want to have a hope and a dream or a wish or a goal and not pursue it, not pursue it. I want to be able to look in the mirror and see myself in high honor, or hold myself in high honor. I don't want to be 7 of sorting this dream or this goal. 2 cards here for the middle row. Message of concern. I told you, either when you tell this person or they hear about it some way, somehow that you're pursuing this, this is of a concern to this person. In the reverse, we got courthouse in the reverse. Bottom of the deck, the pathway. You are now on the path, okay, to create some new soul contracts. There's someone here currently in your life who does not want to see you move forward. They don't want to see you move forward. And again, it could be an ex, it could be an ex's family, it could be your children, it could be your parents. There's someone here that you have a soul contract with, that they feel that if you move forward, or you move on, or you learn something new, or you relocate, or you get out of the house and meet people, that you may very well leave them behind. It's a very selfish energy to keep you stuck, to keep you from flourishing, to keep you from growing. I'll say this, with all the pentacles on the table, this could be a boss. Maybe you tell the boss, or maybe they catch wind of it through the rumor mill at work, that you want to take some extra courses or classes. And suddenly they see that as a threat, because the more you know, the more likely you are to Ace of Wands pursue another job avenue. And they would rather keep you stuck and stagnant at their company. Either way, whoever this is, I don't see you allowing them to hold you back. 2 cards here for the final row. Thank you. Expectations in the reverse, and you have main male. Bottom of the deck, pathway shows itself again. Main male, main female, it doesn't matter. You go from being a false person in your life and holding yourself back to clearly moving forward. I don't think this person expected you to do this. Maybe they thought they had more influence on you, but that doesn't seem to be the case. You are on a new path, adjudication, coffin. I think you are ending a very difficult chapter here in your life by pursuing something new. And I think after everything that you've been through, you damn well deserve it. So do it and be happy while you're doing it. And the people meant to be in your life are going to cheer you on the whole fucking way, Cancer. They're not going to hold you back. Remember that. That is what I have for you for August 2026. I'll be cheering you on. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, subscribe, hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. Don't forget to check out Patreon for some bonus additional content. And as always, until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.